Hey everyone, welcome back. Today I'm going to be going through the challenge solution walkthrough for this version of Cafe Club on Bugforge. This is a pretty fun one. Um, it's a brute force lab, so um, I know typically a lot of people when they think brute force think brute forcing a login or something like that, but this is a little bit different, and I'll show you what I mean here in just a moment. So I've gone ahead and gotten an account registered and I'm logged in. So once you're in the application, you can poke around, you can look at the different functionality, and you'll notice that there's an ability to buy gift cards up here. So if I click on this and I go to the gift card purchase page, I can purchase a different amount of gift cards. For the sake of this demo, I'm just going to purchase the 25 € gift card, and it gives me a code. So I'm just going to copy that, and I'm going to come over here and I'm going to redeem the gift card so that I can use the that 25 € to buy my coffee supplies or coffee accessories or whatever uh, is on the site. Now, take a look at the structure of this, the naming convention is probably a better way to say it, of this redemption code here. So cafe 2812 and then four uppercase letters. So if you look, this is actually uh, indicates a date. So I'm doing this video on the 28th of December. So that's this, but I'll show you where I got that in just a moment. If I go ahead and redeem it, and then I'll purchase another 50 € card, it's got the same general naming convention. So what you want to do is whenever you see something like this is to get multiple uh, items of whatever it is. If it gives you a code like this and it looks like it might be some sort of a structured naming convention, get a couple of them and see if you see any similarities. After I did this the first time and I bought a couple of gift cards, I realized that this whole part was the same on every card, and the only thing that was different was this last four um, uppercase letters. So what we can do is we'll go over here to our proxy, and you want to find this uh, request here, the post request to API/gift card/redeem. Okay. And you want to send that over to your, if you're on Burp, you'll send it to Intruder. If you're on Kaido, you'll send it to Automate. Um, and what I want to do is obviously I'm on Kaido, so I'm going to explain this uh, using Kaido, but the principle is the same in Burp Intruder. First thing I'm going to do is switch the mode from all to matrix. If you're on Burp Suite, this is going to be Cluster Bomb. And basically, what that's going to do is it's going to check all the um, possible four character permutations using uh, uppercase letters. So all I'm going to do here is I'm just going to add a placeholder for each letter. You can also write a script or something like that to write out all the different permutations to a text file and then load the text file. But for the sake of demonstration, I'm just going to do it this way. So I've set a placeholder at each letter, And now what I want to do for each one is go over here and go to simple list. And I want to say all the um, uppercase letters. And I'll go to the next one, do the same, and do the same for each one. And what that's going to do is it'll go through and do something like AAAA, AAAB, and so on, and just go through all of those combinations or different permutations and check to see if any of them are valid redemption codes uh, for a gift card on this website. So um, for this one, I'm just going to leave there's nothing to URL and code, so I'll just leave that there. A lot of times I'll reduce the number of workers to one, but for this one, I'm just going to leave it at 10 and we'll go ahead and run that. So you see I'm getting a lot of 404s. Um, and if I look, it says invalid gift card code. So there's going to be a lot of those. But what we can do is we can go up here and we can filter. I want to look at responses where the code is not equal to 404. And we see there's a few. Okay, so there's a few 200s. Okay, and if we look at those, we see that this was a valid uh, redemption code, and we get the flag. Um, so I'm going to go ahead and pause that because it's got a lot of permutations to go through. But um, I really like this lab because it forces you to recognize patterns and recognize uh, if there's uh, a predictable naming convention like that. Uh, you may be able to recover uh, valid codes. In this case, they're valid codes. Um, if there's not any rate limiting or anything like that in place on the application, obviously, um, you'd want to probably implement some sort of rate limiting on the uh, redeem endpoint to make sure that people aren't legitimately doing this. But I really like the lab for that aspect of really kind of forcing you to realize when something is using a potentially vulnerable or potentially dangerous predictable naming convention, and then being able to uh, just programmatically go through and try to redeem all the different permutations off of that naming convention to get the flag. So I thought this was a really fun one. I hope you did as well. And I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you next time.